Welcome to IRB Administrator Professional Development and Self-Advocacy. Regulatory professionals can exercise agency in their own personal and professional development. This presentation reviews the key areas IRB administrators should focus on for professional development and to prepare themselves for leadership positions in the HRPP. By the end of this presentation, you should be able to develop a professional development plan to advance your career. Discuss key areas where you can develop yourself as an IRB professional based on your strengths and weaknesses. Use self-advocacy to advance your career. Identify ways you can show leadership in your current position, and discuss the importance of networking as it relates to professional development in this field. I divided this presentation into three main parts. First, I'll talk about professional development for IRB admins. We'll consider different elements and avenues of professional development that you can utilize in the short and long term. Next, I'll speak to self-advocacy and how to use self-advocacy framework as an IRB professional. Finally, I'd like to discuss goals and benchmarks. I'll review how to set professional goals, examples of IRB admin goals, and walk through some examples. So let's begin this presentation with a brief introduction to professional development and self-advocacy. Professional development can also be called continuing professional development or learning and development, is valuable to the employee and to the employer. Professional development is important to the employee as an individual. It ensures your skills and capabilities keep pace with the current standards of others in your field. It ensures you maintain and enhance your knowledge and skills to do your job. It helps you stay up to date in an ever-changing regulatory and pandemic environment. It helps you make a meaningful contribution to your organization. As you gain skills and knowledge, you are able to use them and be an even better employee than the one when you were hired. And it also motivates you to stay interested and engaged. Learning is an act of humility. Remembering to be humble and they don't know everything keeps your mind open, which opens you up to new possibilities, new knowledge, new skill areas. Continuing professional development should be fun and interesting to you. Employers encourage professional development. In developing yourself professionally, there's a lot you need to take responsibility for and do yourself. But even more importantly, I'd argue, is to have other folks in your corner, cheering you on and coaching you. I'm talking about mentoring. A career mentor is a person who is able and willing to listen to and to help you with your career goals, challenges, and fears. A mentor can seem like a life coach, but can also be very informal. And you can have more than one. You can have more than one at the same time, or you can have different ones throughout your career. Mentors help their mentees. They can help you focus on your goals, maybe provide advice on new job openings or on what skill set you need to work on. They should encourage you and empower you in your personal development. They can encourage you in a way that only someone who has done what you want to do can. They have walked the walk and they can speak from the other side. They can also give external input. Sometimes you really need that external set of eyes looking at your situation or looking at you. They can be a sounding board, but they can also be someone that is more knowledgeable and can give you some guidance. They can help you identify your own career goals, but also the gaps you may have in your skills or knowledge, these potential barriers that are holding you back that you might not even see. A mentor is someone more senior than you, so they are going to have a broader perspective and different insight, which should be helpful to you. A study on women in higher ed about mentoring found that mentoring benefits can also include career advancement, including a higher rate of promotion, increased opportunities and the likelihood of staying at the institution, higher salaries, increased productivity and better time management, greater success in achieving external research grants, personal and professional development, including increased job-related well-being, self-esteem, confidence. So how do you set a professional goal? It's really important to be realistic when you set your professional goals and really give yourself sufficient time to follow through with them. A simple way to do this is to take a self-assessment and determine what you're capable of and what you'll actually need to achieve your desired development. You can then really formulate a workable plan on how to get this goal done. Here's some useful tips that can help you achieve your professional goals. So number one, make clear goals. An important thing to keep in mind here when you're making goals is that they need to be clear and specific. So rather than writing down that you're going to make time for something, spell out how much time exactly and at which hour. For example, if you have to give a presentation next week and want to practice your speaking skills, specify that you're going to practice at 5 o'clock for 30 minutes each day in order to become sufficiently prepared. It's way easier to follow through with your goals when you've given yourself clear instructions. Number two, be persistent and consistent. So we all know the repetitiveness of habits can really help you achieve your goals more efficiently and successfully. This means following through with your plans every day and completing your selected tasks on schedule. It can be super challenging, especially if you have done things differently in the past, but being persistent and consistent is a really effective strategy for remaining productive and achieving those goals. You'll quickly realize that most things are possible if you are persistent and consistent. Number 3, break down those big goals into smaller parts. Make those goals more doable. Set yourself up for success by taking small steps towards those goals. Make them small, achievable targets. For example, if you want to learn all of the FDA regulations, start with one set of regulations, say for drugs, and master them. Build your knowledge and your experience one piece at a time. Number 4. Congratulations, we've made it to the end of the presentation here, and I'd just like to summarize the key points. I know not everyone may be as confident or bold as I may speak about here, but I want to add that those of us who are dedicated to this field are also dedicated to sharing information and promoting the best ways possible to protect human research subjects. So even if you may be a bit on the shy side, feel comfortable reaching out to discuss strategies or to ask for help and learning more about a particular topic. To summarize this presentation, assess your skills, education, and knowledge, and that's going to help inform your professional development plan. Be honest and use feedback to shape that plan. Work on yourself. No one is going to be as interested or invested in your growth as you. Act like the leader you want to be. As I said earlier in the presentation, regulatory professionals can exercise agency in their own personal and professional development. I reviewed key areas that you could focus on, such as continuing education, training, mentoring, networking, to build yourself up as a professional. And then use the skill set that we talked about, the ASSERT strategy for self-advocacy. Be confident in your education, your experience, and if you self-assess and see any deficiencies, make a plan and address them. Another key item here to summarize is relationships are as important as skills, education, and knowledge. So collaborate, network, and be a mentor and a mentee. Relationships are really key to any professional development and any personal development as well. As I said too, the people in this field are generous, they're kind, they're giving of their time and giving of their experience and knowledge. So be humble and build your relationships. And finally, use self-advocacy to advance your career. Empower yourself by developing yourself through continuing education, through leadership development, and then advocate for yourself to advance your own career. Thank you for watching this presentation. I hope you have a great day and good luck with your professional development.